Hi guys, it's Dale with the insurance. Today we're going to talk about an article uh, that's central to what we do, right? And it's quite important and quite popular. The article is buying auto insurance, right? Online versus an agent. Um, Needless to say, purchasing things online, just operating online, has completely dominated our way of life, right? Whether it's learning, it's purchasing, just doing everyday chores online has become so prevalent. Uh, and we understand why. It's ultra convenient, right? So it's it's not a surprise to see that purchasing insurance, auto insurance online has become so popular. It's just the convenience aspect, right? I mean, it's just ultra convenient. But like most things, there are pros and cons to each. Purchasing online versus purchasing on through an agent. Um, some of the pros for online, or the main pro for online, is that you truly control the process, right? You can go as fast or as slow as your heart desires, right? And that's truly important, especially for a person who may be at the dealership about to purchase a car, right? Who needs something really, really fast, right? The cons are that you don't really get that confidant, right? That very knowledgeable person who speaks insurance babble to really filter through that policy or those more difficult, nuanced questions that you may have, right? Now, going through an agent is actually the opposite. The downfall and cons of going online are actually the benefits of going through an agent, right? So you basically get an advocate that eat, drinks, sleeps, and breathes insurance, right? Which is already a very difficult language to understand, so to speak. Insurance is like its own language. But you get that person to filter through that, right? To filter your difficult questions, to filter the policy language within your policy, and let you know what's best for you, right? You get a person to identify those risks that you may not even see, auto risks, and then help you find the best coverage for it. The downfall to going with an agent, one, you don't control the process, right? You're dependent on someone else to secure insurance. But then with you have captive agents who are kind of represent one carrier, which in and of itself is an issue because they're biased with that one carrier. And then an independent agent that they can represent several carriers, but in the case of a captive agent, that advice is going to be skewed towards that carrier that they represent, right? And then for both independent and captive agents, they're driven by commission, right? So it's not truly clear that their goals are completely aligned with yours, right? You are honestly just looking for the best solution, quite possibly the lowest price, but let's say the best solution, coverage and price, right? An agent is paid, the reality is that they're paid from commission. So yes, we would hope they have your best interest at heart, but there's a chance that they could be quite pushy in trying to close a deal to increase their commission, right? So those are kind of the pros and cons with each avenue. It's going to be different for each person, and even for the same person, it may be different at different parts of your lives, right? So don't feel like you have to do one. You can do both. You can start, because the online process is so seamless. You can start there. If you're comfortable with what you've found and you've done, then great. The process is over. But if you're not, and you need to do more research, and you're not comfortable with simply contacting a third party, an unbiased third party like ourselves, or the carrier in particular, then you can also reach out to an agent. Both are, because the process of going online is so fast and seamless, both can be done. But it does depend on a person's personal circumstances and comfort. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. Thanks for stopping by. We'll talk to you next week.